Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right-hand corner, and hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes are out. Today, we are going to be talking about something very exciting that has landed in Rise of Kingdoms, and that is the Artisans Forge and iconic equipment. So, we just joined the game, everything's sweet, and we have this new event right over here called Artisans Forge. If you watched the previous video where I talked about this in the release notes, be sure to go check that out. Lilith has since come out and said, 1, there will be no bundles to buy these, which is great, in my opinion. 2, you'll be able to get them from this restricted event. 3, you will also be able to get them from this lovely event that we have within Past Glory. So if we go over here, or I stand corrected, from the crystal event. Here it is. Over here. So, if you exhaust all of the rewards in here, you should also be able to get this iconic crystal here. So that's nice. There are a couple ways to get it, and so let's get into it. Those crystals are then used to make legendary equipment iconic. Note, equipment that is expertised, that means it's got the special skill, will get a greater boost from iconic. And so you can only get 4 of these iconic crystals per time the Artisans Forge event shows up. I have no idea how frequently it's going to show up. My guess is it'll only show up once a KVK, but we'll find out. And the way to get these are there are daily quests every day you can do. Gather and deplete 5 resource points, train 1,000 units, train 2,000 units, defeat barbs, defeat forts, all great stuff there. Should be fairly easy. And so getting these crystals is not hard. Just keep in mind there are only a few you can get. So, Shappy, you've told me about these iconic crystals. How do I use them? So to use iconic crystals, you come over here and you can see the different iconic attributes that you get. As I said, if you have a commander that has an expertise legendary equipment, you do get an additional boost. That's what that +1 is. If we look at my Hydra's bow, which is not, there's no plus anything on this side. If it were expertise, I'd get probably another +1. To make something iconic, you just come over here, you click that button right there, and bang, you just get materials. Something I will caution you, this does cost a lot of gold. There's 20 million gold per making something iconic. Shappy, what should I be making iconic? So there are 2 variables you're going to want to consider when you talk about making something iconic. 1, where does the commander get the most bang for your buck? 2, can I use this equipment on multiple sets of commanders? So, the first things you are likely going to want to make iconic are your accessories. And the reason for that is, A, it looks like all of the accessories are going to give you base health. As you may know, or if you don't, base health is going to be the most valuable out of any of them. Base health is going to be better than defense, and it's going to be better than attack. So keep that in mind. If you have iconic crystals, especially if you have one of these accessories refined and expertised, use them here. This is going to be where you're going to want to start. Then you're going to want to look at your commanders that you have and your different, equipments, and you're going to look for the one where you get the most health. So whereas it might be intuitive for me to say, oh yeah, I'm going to do the Milky Way because I want, +4 defense. It's probably not the best call, ironically. If I were to come over to my cavalry set here, you can see that I could do Ash of Dawn, which is going to give me +3 cavalry health. As we know, health is going to be better than defense. So when thinking about this, +3% health is probably going to be better than +4% defense. So just keep that in mind. And it's all going to be better than attack. So the order you're going to want to go in is accessories, and then you use those accessories on multiple commanders. Then you're going to want to do expertise equipment with health. If you can somehow luck that out, if you've gotten an Ash of Dawn crit, do that. And then you're probably going to want to do defense. Shappy, why do I want to do defense? You want to do defense because defense is going to make your marches more swarm-proof. It's going to make them last a little bit longer, especially if you're being hit by multiple marches. In most scenarios, you are going to be hit by multiple marches. You're not going to have duels, and so attack is going to be less valuable. Just keep that in mind. I will also say, You only have 4 of these crystals right now. Use them wisely and use them on the marches you're using most. I am currently in KVK. So, although it might not make too much sense for me to invest in the defense from Gilgamesh, I may end up doing that because if I end up being a rally leader, then Gilgamesh is going to get a lot of use. I love my Attila. He's awesome. Not someone I'd recommend investing in these days, but investing in the Ash of Dawn may not make sense right now. This event will show up again, but you just have to think about which commanders are you going to be using. Are you a field player? Are you a rally and garrison player? Because all of these variables matter. Now, for my Xeno, it may very well make sense for me to invest in the Hope Cloak here, because defense is something that infantry desperately needs, and my set doesn't have it because I'm using Witch's Lineage instead of the legendary helmet, which I wish I could. That's a whole nother complaint. But let's talk about, iconic crystals. We'll read through the update and all the lovely stuff that they give us. Should be in here. Let's see. That's Lucerne. Legendary equipment. So, can be turned into iconic equipment at the blacksmith. Iconic status will grant your equipment iconic attributes, making it extremely powerful. Definitely is. So this mail is just like a, hey, this is happening. But the mail you're going to want to find here is in here. It's here. Gotta find it. Bear with me. Our maintenance. Okay, so this is Easter Excitement. And this just walks through everything. There was a face-to-face, though, in here somewhere. Let me see if I could find it. But long story short, Lilith explained very clearly how you can get these different iconic coins. And so, my original concern was that you're going to only be able to get them by spending money, which is not the case. Now, if you do spend money, then you will be rewarded in that if you buy the $15 crystal bundle, which you should be buying anyways, for the record. You should be buying that anyways as a low spender. It's going to be worth it. So just keep that in mind. This is just another reason why you might want to buy it, if that makes sense. I cannot seem to find the mail for you, but I do remember that they said you'll be able to get them from the Forge event that they have. You'll be able to get them from the Crystal event. And then I believe they mentioned one other way that I have to find in here. Please hold. Artisans Forge. You can also purchase them from the Lost Canyon shop. There we go. I knew I wasn't crazy. So, if you have plenty of these coins hoarded up, you can spend them right here in the Lost Canyon shop. See, I told you guys I'd find it. Everyone was so worried. Boom. I'm going to buy one right now. And you guys are going to watch me do my very first iconic crafting. And that, for me, is going to be the dagger. And the reason it's going to be the dagger is because I can use it more than anyone. I could use it on any of my commanders. So, let's do it. Iconic. Bam. Perfect. So now I can equip it to anyone. And if this, when equipped by a commander with the corresponding talent, this equipment's, so that's anyone. Sweet. So now anyone is getting troop-based health, which is awesome. So very exciting. This update has been pleasantly surprising. Let me know what you think and your thoughts in the comment section below. I think that this will be disruptive to the game, but I think the way until Lilith introduces a bundle that you can buy a bunch of these, I think this is pretty stable. So I hope that you've enjoyed. If you have, be sure to hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right-hand corner, and hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes are coming out. I cannot wait until the new commanders land in Rise of Kingdoms. We will be doing duels, we'll be doing testing, we'll be doing rallies, we'll do the whole thing for you. I hope that you've enjoyed. Shappy out.